Welcome back to the Unc and Neff Show. Today's date is Thursday, October 7th. Coming back, man. Big win against the Carolina Panthers. 36-28 was the score. But before we get into that, let me ask my boy Neff, you doing all right today?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a blessing to be able to do this every week.
Yes, sir.
Just waking up in general every day is a blessing.
Absolutely. Got to, give those blessings to God, man. But before we get into the Carolina game and the next game against the Giants, we all know about the breaking news regarding Jalen Smith. Cowboys released him. How do you feel about that?
I had a lot of people reaching out to me when we cut him. I'm not sure if you did or not because it happened kind of suddenly.
Too. Right.
But obviously Jalen, he's been taking a lot of heat lately. Mm-hmm. But there's also a lot of Cowboy fans that love Jalen for the person he is because he truly is a good person.
He is.
But yeah, basically it just comes down to the production wasn't there. He was becoming a liability. The younger guys behind him,
they're faster.
They're faster. We're just so deep at linebacker right now.
Right.
He was, stunning some growth from maybe a guy like Jabril Cox.
Possibly, yeah. They want to get him on the field.
And then also, I think, with the way the young pass rush looked, specifically in this game, that allowed them to play Parsons more at linebacker. If you noticed, in this last game, we were getting home. Ghost and Randy Gregory, Osa. I mean, the list goes on. We were just getting home with a bunch of guys, so they moved Micah back to linebacker, and that pushed Jalen off the field.
Right. Which is what I said about Micah. It's gonna be week to week, game to game how they play him. They had him playing linebacker, traditional spot, but then they also had him on the line, and they had him blitzing, like I said, in the A and B gap too. So.
Right.
You're right. I read reports from Jane Slater, Clarence Hill. They said that the Cowboys actually asked Jalen to take that injury clause out of his contract, so they were willing to keep him around. It's not like they didn't want him, but because he said no, because if he got injured, that injury guaranteed his $9 million salary for next year.
Right.
And they wanted it gone.
And a lot of people are asking, well, why didn't we do this before the season started? Well, he had off-season wrist surgery. So they would have had to pay him that $9 million,
right?
Which is what they didn't want to do.
Excuse me, right? And if you go even back further, they didn't know that they were going to be drafting Micah Parsons and Jabril Cox, so they had to kind of cover themselves, as well. And what they wanted to do was take these 4 games and do an evaluation. Basically, they didn't kind of like what they saw.
Right.
They got some young guys that are making plays. So they had to make a business decision. We love you, Jalen. Go do great. He actually signed with Green Bay. I just saw it on his Instagram page. He's got his pen and paper already. So he's a Green Bay Packer now. So I think they got a good one. I think they'll be able to do something with him over there in Green Bay.
Well, best of luck to him.
Best of luck to you, brother.
Obviously, we pull for the uniform.
Right.
And not the player.
That's it. Exactly.
Good luck, Jalen.
Good luck. Thanks for 5 years with giving us all you got. It was a great story, and good luck to you over there in Green Bay.
Yep. Best wishes.
Yeah. And back to the Carolina-Dallas game, 36-28. That was a quality team we beat, man. It was kind of shaky in the first half.
And we talked about their defense being very fast in the last episode.
Yep.
And, I'm going to say something. That's not a team people want to play in the playoffs.
I don't think so.
I believe they're going to go to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They just acquired Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, they did.
Those guys are solid.
Right.
They were missing their best offensive player.
Yes, they
Christian
were.
McCaffrey. Mm-hmm. People will argue it's more now. But, give or take, he's a vital part of their offense. But that's not a team that you want to play in the playoffs because they are so physical on defense.
Right.
They're fast. They play gap assignment. Yeah. Well, they didn't play it against us because we gashed them. But
J.C. Horn, right?
J.C. Horn was hurt.
He was,
I mean, we had a lot of injuries too.
Right.
So you got to go out there and play the game.
You got to play the game.
You know, it doesn't stop for nobody.
Exactly.
But that is a very good team, and I don't think people realize how good of a football team the Dallas Cowboys just beat.
Exactly. They're 3-0. They had the number one defense. Yeah, they had the number one defense in the
number
in the
one
league.
defense in the league.
They beat them handily, like you said.
And it actually showed in the beginning of the first 2 quarters.
Right.
You seen
how good they
were.
Right, exactly. We didn't turn it on really until the second half. And the score, like I said, was 36-28, but it wasn't as close. We
gashed them on the run.
Yeah, it wasn't as close as the score dictates.
We gashed them on the run.
We did.
Zeke went 20 for $143 and a touchdown. And this guy was averaging 7.2 per carry.
Man, he was running all over.
You know, I think if you were a part of the Zeke is washed crowd, I think it's time to give this man his props.
Yeah.
He worked his ass off this offseason, and it's showing.
And maybe you need to, like, it's a 17-game season for a reason. Like, be quiet, stop one. Look, man, other teams, like we talked about last week, have this 2 running back option. So, man, let's do it. We got 2 capable running backs. Why would you want to get rid of Zeke? Zeke is still the better running back. I'm sorry, people.
Absolutely.
Zeke is better than Tony Pollard. He hits his landmarks better. He knows how to hit the hole better. They're just different.
Just complement.
They just complement each other.
Let's just enjoy what we have right now, because there's gonna come a point in time where you don't have one of them.
Exactly.
Or or the other.
I mean, TP may.
Or it may be Zeke. I mean, we don't know. And then in them games where you're needing physical running, you're not going to get that from TP.
You're not.
That's not who he is.
No.
I know you might see it on a play or two, but that doesn't mean he can do that.
You're absolutely
for 20
correct.
carries.
You're
and
exactly
be that
right.
physical of a runner and do it not only for 20 carries, but for 16 games.
Exactly.
You know, so let's just enjoy what we got.
Exactly.
Speaking of Zeke, he was actually working off to the side in practice.
Yeah, took a day off yesterday for some knee.
I think what it is he just ran his ass off in that game. He took a pounding in the first half. That was a physical game. And this is why it's so important to have a guy like Tony Pollard.
Exactly.
Look out for him this week against the Giants to have a big game.
You're exactly right.
I can see him getting more than 10 carries.
Right. Because like we say, you want to have him. You want to have Zeke fresh for those cold weather games and the playoffs.
Right.
Because that's when you're going to be running the ball a lot more.
Right.
We had 34 attempts for 245 total rushing yards. I mean, we dominated, man.
How about Dak getting out the pocket and scrambling and running? Man, that was nice to see.
It was great to see, man.
And he just, and the injury, it's like he's learned, like, I don't have to try to do everything.
Exactly.
And it's made him a better football player.
And he said that in his press conference. He said, I don't have to do everything. I have to be Superman out there. I can take what they give me, get a run here, get out of bounds, slide, don't take big hits. Because he said, I'm important for this team.
Right.
So I have to be there for him in order to win.
Right. That was nice. He went 14 of 22, 188 yards, four touchdown passes.
Like, he didn't throw for a ton of yards, but you give me 4 or 5 touchdown passes, touchdown passes, man.
We are just clicking on all cylinders. As you mentioned last week, Dak is like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly.
And it is very good to see this team right here. You know, for me personally, I didn't really get to see the 90s teams growing up.
Right.
I mean, I seen them, but the back end of them.
That's why I'm called Unc. Because I got to see them boys.
So,
all 3 of them.
This team here, in my personal opinion, this team is the most talented Cowboys team I have ever seen play. And I think I mentioned it on the last episode. Mm-hmm. They're more talented than that 07 team.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, and that team had a ton of talent.
I had a ton of talent.
You know.
Yeah.
But I just, and you know, okay, let me rephrase this. Maybe they're just more deep.
Okay.
You know.
Depth wise,
you know, than that other team.
Right.
Maybe that's why we're winning games the way we are.
Right.
Like, when guys come back, you know, in return, like are they even going to come back to their job?
Right.
Or are they going to be in a new role?
Right.
We don't know until they come back,
Yeah.
but that's the beauty about having so much depth on your football team.
Exactly.
Because guys got to contribute at some
Right.
point in the season.
And it goes back to coaching.
Right.
Because I've been reading on social media in certain groups with Cowboys fans talking about Coach McCarthy. Guess what? You got to get a man credit because he hired Mike Nolan. We brutalized him for that hire. He hired Dan Quinn. You got to give him credit for that.
In-game decisions, he's taken the most heat for
Right.
that this year.
And that's fine. But God, man, the guy can coach.
He's not going to be the coach you want him to be unless he wins the Super Bowl.
Right.
There's only one coach that wins the Super Bowl, one head coach.
Right.
And every other coach, I guess, they made bad in-game calls. That's why it takes everyone, as he's been mentioning.
Right.
And enjoy the start right now. You're first place. You're 3-1.
Yep.
You know,
Have fun. Enjoy it.
Yeah, let's enjoy this. You know,
like that's what I was telling this guy today actually at the gym. I was like, man, because he's a Cowboys fan. I was like, man, you just gotta enjoy this. Like, have fun right now because your team is winning, and we've been in misery so long. Like, enjoy it. So you're exactly 1,000% right. Enjoy it because anything can happen. You know. But yeah, I think Coach McCarthy is doing a great job. Obviously, the coordinators are doing a good job. Dan Quinn, man, the way this defense is turning around, we got to throw, excuse me, Trayvon Diggs' name out there because he is balling.
5-4 games.
Oh, man, he is balling. But
he's playing at an all-pro level.
All pro, definitely all pro.
I mean, that game there was just, it was nice to see. We're rolling. You know, we obviously take that into this week. The New York Giants are coming to town. It's the 1-year anniversary of the ankle injury that Dak suffered. And it happens to be against the same football team.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, it's a lot of...
I believe we opened up as a 7-point favorite.
I saw that.
Do you think that was too low?
I would say yes and no. Yes, it's too low because
I feel like 9 sounds better.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a divisional game. Obviously, it's gonna be tough, and the Giants are coming off a good win off in New Orleans. Because I know I was expecting New Orleans to win. So they're feeling good about themselves.
And New Orleans might not be what we expected them to be.
They might not be the team who we thought they were going to be.
And it kind of goes back to who their quarterback is. That's who he is. They're an image of their quarterback right now in my eyes. Not to get too far off of, what we got going on.
Right.
But that's just who Jameis Winston is. In my eyes, he's an 8-8 quarterback, 9-7 quarterback. Obviously, they added another game this year.
Right.
So there is no more 8-8 seasons.
Right.
But yeah, so great win. They won on the road. It's hard to win in the Superdome.
And they came back.
They're trying to prove a point. They want to come in here and they want to hand it to us.
Yeah, they do. That's why they're feeling good about themselves.
Saquon's looking like he's getting more healthy. He's coming off back of his injury.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, they kind of go as he goes offensively. But, I mean, we're going to have our chances. He's going to throw us the ball.
He's going to give us the ball a little bit.
The way this young pass rush is getting after it, I can see another 3 to 5 sack game.
Right. Jason Garrett he's gonna try to establish a run.
Absolutely.
And if he does that, he's gonna hit us with play action, try to hit us on top of our head. We know what Jason Garrett's gonna try to do.
We know and everyone knows what he's gonna try to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure on Sunday everyone in AT&T is gonna know what Jason Garrett is wanting to do because that's just his offense.
Yeah, that's his offense.
So, me personally, I feel like, given that we've seen Garrett for a long time, when he goes against coaching staffs like this that prepare well, it's not good for him. Not for his offense.
We saw it for 10 years.
We saw it for 10 years, and the way Dan Quinn has his defense ready to play, I expect us to beat them handedly.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's going to happen right off the jump, because the Giants do have a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
They're very sound on defense, but I expect us to beat them pretty handedly.
Yeah,
I do.
I expect the same thing. They might give us some trouble. They might give us some trouble in the first half, first quarter, start of second quarter maybe. But again, I expect us to make our necessary adjustments and finish the game.
I got a feeling they're gonna stack the box.
Go.
I think the Giants are gonna stack the box, and I think they're gonna pick the passing poison. I think they're gonna say, okay, we're gonna stop y'all's run or try, and y'all beat us with y'all's receivers.
Okay, well then we'll do that.
But that's what I think that you can expect to see from the Giants.
Right.
Who knows though? They might come out with 2 safeties over the top like everybody else has been,
and then we'll run it.
and then we'll just run it.
We'll maul you.
You know, so.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be interesting. It's always interesting when you play your division teams. I'm looking forward to it. I wouldn't expect anything less. Now, if we go and blow them out, I wouldn't be surprised. But if it's a close game, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, first quarter of the season, done with.
Yep.
I mean, if you would have asked me before the season start, do I think we'd be 3-1? I would have told you yes, I do, because I've had them being 3-1 at this point.
What do we? We need to go back and look at our picks.
I think I had them. I didn't have them losing until the Broncos.
Okay, so you had them beating Detroit.
Yeah, I got to go back after that and see, when I had them losing again. But I didn't have them losing until Denver. And now, the way we're playing, I'm not so sure they're going to lose that game. But I don't want to look too far ahead.
Right. We won't. I just was thinking back to when we did our picks. I had us going 15-2.
Yeah, you did.
And technically, we should be 4-0 right now.
I wanted to bring up Connor McGovern again, because they're using him more.
They got a role for him.
Well, Coach McCarthy alluded that he has been taking snaps at center in practice. So, at some point, he may be our starting center for this current team before the season ends.
Do you think so?
I think so. If they're talking about that, then I think that's a very high possibility that they don't. I don't think they believe that Tyler Biadasz is their answer at center, because they tried it in the preseason. Connor Williams couldn't snap the ball right.
Right.
So that was a failed project at that time. McGovern, different story.
Now, did he play center in college?
He played center in college.
And he was at Penn State. And he's stronger than Tyler.
A lot stronger.
You can tell when he plays guard, he doesn't get pushed back.
Yeah, so...
And Tyler's just getting pushed back all the time. So
And that's worrisome.
You don't want him getting pushed back in the middle,
You're in a tight ball game.
And you getting pushed back in the middle in Dak's face.
That's a big reason why we couldn't come out of Tampa with a win.
Right. You saw it. We saw it. Vita Vea was throwing that boy around like a rag doll. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they want him to get those snaps to get, just in case.
Right.
So, yeah.
Those are things that I would keep my eye on, moving forward. As far as the game Sunday, obviously I got us winning. If I had to pick a score, I'm gonna say 32-17.
30-17?
32.
32-17?
Yep. I think we go over 32 again. 30 again, and I think we're gonna hold them under 20.
He scored 36 last game. I like that score. I'm gonna go 35-20.
Feel free to drop in the comment section you guys' final scores.
Exactly, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share our YouTube page. Listen in. We appreciate you guys.
Oh, also, I'd like to give a shout out to SA Partner. He made the intro beat.
Appreciate that,
SA
Partner.
Nice. I appreciate you doing that.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to him. He's Cowboy Nation all day.
There you go. Appreciate you, SA Partner.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I also wanted to, do something fun with the crazy prediction.
Okay.
Give me 2 crazy predictions. It can be anything.
Okay.
I know I kind of put you on the spot here.
Yeah,
if you like, I can start, and then you can piggyback off me and go from there.
Now I can go. I don't know if this is crazy. I'll say Trayvon Diggs gets 3 interceptions this game.
3 interceptions
against Daniel Jones because he can give it up.
That is absolutely a crazy prediction. What? Give me your other one.
Okay, and the other one, I would say we get a block punt.
I like it.
Okay.
I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go J-Ron Curse interception.
Okay.
He's gonna get his first interception this week. And then I'm gonna jump to the offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say Dak Prescott, let's see, 5 touchdown passes.
Okay.
That'll put us over my score I predicted. But that's why we call it crazy prediction.
Exactly.
Dak Prescott, 5 touchdown passes. J-Ron Curse, first interception of the season. Again, you guys feel free to drop in the comment section your crazy predictions.
Let's have some fun. Let's see
have
what
some
y'all
fun
got.
with this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're winning ball games. This is Cowboys football, right?
Cowboys Nation, baby.
This is what we've been needing this.
Man, we have been in misery for like 10 years.
Right.
And this is fun to see.
Yeah.
And you got to enjoy it while you can.
I'm excited, man.
We got a little bit of more time. We got about 12 minutes left. I wanted to go back because last week I wanted to mention this about our division. I had somebody come up to me in the gym the other morning talking about, good win and maybe beat a good team. I was like, well, hold on, man. We beat 2 good teams. We beat the Chargers and we beat the Panthers.
By the way, that win
is looking better and better.
Better and better.
And I was like, no one ever talks about how Tom Brady dominated the AFC East for 20 years. It was a terrible division. All those teams were terrible. The Bills just got better. The Jets, they had a little run with Sanchez and them, but they were terrible. It was a terrible division.
It was.
And they did what they were supposed to do for 20 years, win their division. That's what gives you a chance to get to the playoffs. Now, everyone wants to talk about the NFC East and saying how the Cowboys and
the NFC least is
the
what
NFC
they're calling
least
it.
And how, y'all playing a terrible. So, that's not our fault.
You can only play who they put in front of you.
You can only play who they put in front of you.
If anybody is saying that we haven't beaten a quality opponent,
check our resume.
That's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy.
You sound like Stephen A. You've
You're
been watching too much First Take.
Exactly. hate.
You've been watching way too much First Take.
Exactly.
If you're saying we ain't got no quality wins.
I just wanted to put that out there because it annoys me that, people say that. Like, Tom did it for 20 years. Like, right. So I don't care if our division is terrible as long as we win it every year and get a chance to go to the playoffs.
Okay, so I'd like to ask you this. We're gonna we wanted to kind of go around the league.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, give me your top 5 teams right now in the league.
No particular order, or they top 5.
Top 5.
Okay, top 5.
You could start with 5 or you could start with 1. And again, you guys drop in the comment section your top 5 teams.
I'm gonna say. Everybody, let me think. Bills 1.
Buffalo.
The Bills are good. I got them 1 right now. 2, I would have to say. I have to go with the Cowboys. 3, I'm going to go with the Chargers. They're good. 4, I'll have to go with I'll go with the Ravens. They're just finding a way to win. Sometimes you just got to find a way to win, and a lot of the league is all about good quality coaching.
Right.
All 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams, and then you gotta have a little luck. Sometimes you just gotta have a little luck. And then 5. I hate to say it. I don't know if I believe it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Okay.
That's my top 5.
You ready to hear mine?
I know you got a good one. Let me have it.
Okay. The Houston Texans are the worst team in football right
now. Who y'all gonna trash this?
I had to, man.
They got a 40-piece put on there, man.
Okay. Nah, but seriously.
Okay.
My number 1 team right now, I'm gonna say this is tough. The Arizona Cardinals.
I forgot about
I'm gonna go them 1. I'm gonna go Cardinals 1.
They are good.
I'm gonna go Buffalo 2.
Okay.
Cowboys 3.
Okay.
Rams 4. Packers 5.
Okay.
I believe right now the NFC is the powerhouse, the power conference. You know, that's the tougher conference in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good list.
That'll be my top 5 right now off the top of my head.
Right.
You know,
I wish
that's
I could
kind
change.
of without
I can always
sitting
change
down
mine.
and just putting a lot of thought into
Right.
it.
I was trying to think. I was trying to go through each division.
Right.
Because, it's 4 teams each division. The Cardinals are good. They're playing good ball right now. We play them. I'm way down in the year. I think like in January.
And that game can very well have a lot of playoff implications when you're talking about the 1 seed.
Depending on how
the Cowboys.
Depending on how everything goes, everyone stays healthy.
Right.
That game could determine 1 and 2 seeds, home field advantage.
Hey,
that's a good list.
Did you get a chance to watch the Sounds of the Sideline?
I did. You know that, baby.
What about Amari Cooper?
He was getting crunk. Huh? He was getting
that's what makes this feel special.
Right.
When you got guys like Amari, these guys are. That's not of his character.
It's not. You don't see that.
You don't really see that from him much. So.
No, we do, because when they do show Sounds of the Silent, he's clowning with his boys,
to be more
with teammates and stuff.
in this game than any other time I've seen him on Sounds of the Sideline or
you're exactly,
whatever it may be.
He was like, them youngins.
Everybody's just into it. And, it goes back to Coach McCarthy. He's been preaching it takes everybody.
It takes everybody.
And I'm just giving the man credit.
Me too.
Do I think, do I think he should have accepted that penalty this past week?
Right.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I would have personally pinned him back. It doesn't matter. We won the game.
Right. Same here.
I understand when people are like, yeah, but that could hurt us in a playoff game. Fumbling the ball can hurt you in a playoff game. There's a lot of things that, if you're looking for perfection
in an NFL game, you're not getting it.
You're not getting it.
It's not going to happen.
You know, do I want to hear the coach talk about perfection? Absolutely.
Right.
You know, he's supposed to get up the podium and say he wants his team to, you know, play flawless football and preach perfection.
Right.
You know, but as a realist,
right,
you're not going to get a perfect
You're not going to get that. If that's what you're looking for, then you better go watch something else.
Right. You know, because there's still people out there that say Dak can throw the ball better, or, you know, Zeke could have done this or that. You know,
man, you're out there. These guys are going 100 miles an hour.
Quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. You're going 100 miles an hour. Physical contact. Come on, man. It ain't gonna be perfect. You know, come away with no injuries and a win. That is what you want each game. Right. And no injuries and the win.
So after this game, I'm hoping we win. You know, I'm pretty sure we are, but it is a game of football. Right. That's why you play the game.
Exactly. Anything can happen. Any given
We'll
Sunday.
be looking at 4-1, headed into what is that, week 5? Week 6?
It'll be week 6.
Okay, headed into week 6 at New England. And then you get your bye, and then you get a lot of guys back.
You get a lot of guys back.
I mean, this team right now, this is a huge game because
you want to get this win.
We want to get this win because you're positioning yourself coming back from that bye week to start making your run.
You make your run.
Exactly.
Get guys healthy, guys coming back. That's when you make your run.
Exactly.
So you wanna go into the bye 6-1.
Exactly.
And then guys coming back, like you said. Well, I mean, it's fun. It's been fun.
It's been fun. Let's keep this going.
Let's keep it going
all the way to Inglewood. Shout out to my boy Marquise in Inglewood. I met him in 9 at the Chargers game.
Already.
Outside of SoFi Stadium.
Already.
Yeah, so
shout that boy out. Yeah. Check us out.
Yeah, but let's keep this going.
Let's keep this train going, man. Let's get this dub on.
Also, too,
if
you're still watching, we are looking into going to the Broncos game, and we'd like for other people to join us out there.
Yes, sir.
So if you haven't been to a game yet this year and you've been wanting to go to one, look into the Broncos game. Meet us out there. Let's drink a beer.
Let's get it.
Let's take a shot.
Let's have some fun. Let's get this
turn up a little bit.
Let's turn up, Cowboys Nation. Let's turn up.
Let's keep it classy. You know, we're going to keep it classy.
Already. We're going to turn up, but keep it classy. Already.
You know, but, yeah. Look into it, man. Meet us out there. But other than that, it looks like we're about out of time for today.
We're out of time, man. That's a wrap. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back with y'all next week to recap the Giants game and talk about that
the New England
game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right
before the bye, and then we'll take our 1 week break, and then we'll get right back to it.
Right to it.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's it.
It's been good.
All right, Cowboys Nation.